How to keep babies safe. Oh no, someone help! I have made a terrible mistake and now my baby is injured. Hi, my name is Hartlee Allen and I'm in 5th grade at Newton County Theme School. I love babies. I love to see pictures of babies, hold babies, and sometimes wonder what I was like as a baby. I also really don't like to hear stories about babies that have been hurt, especially hurt due to a mistake that someone made when they should have known or been taught better about safety for their babies. When it comes to keeping your baby safe, 3 important things to consider are their crib, their bath time, and car travel. Each one of these has essential details to keep in mind, so let's look at crib safety first. It is pretty easy to keep your baby safe in the crib if you follow some simple rules. The first thing you need to do is make sure to properly assemble the crib. Make sure to follow any instructions you are provided. This will ensure that the crib will stay together no matter how much your baby tosses and turns or even tries to escape by climbing out. Along with proper assembly, you should not use a crib that is more than 10 years old. You also should not use a crib that has been modified or broken. You should be sure that there are no gaps or loose pieces that could possibly strangle your baby as well. After putting the crib together, you need to consider what you can put in the crib with your baby. The mattress should fit in the crib with no more than 2-finger gap between the edge and the sides of the crib. That way your baby can't roll and possibly get stuck. To help prevent suffocation, you should not put any pillows or thick blankets in the crib as well. You need to place the crib in the baby's room away from windows with blinds, curtain cords, and even baby monitor cords. This will keep your baby safe from getting strangled. The last thing you need to keep in mind is to place your baby on its back when it's time for bed. This will keep your baby safe and away from the possibility of smothering. Also, all of these rules should be followed when using a playpen too. Now let's look at bath time. Giving your child a bath can be a very dangerous activity if you are not careful and plan ahead. One of the first things you should do is make sure your water heater is set to no more than 120 degrees. Did you know that it takes just 2 seconds for a child to receive 3rd-degree burns from water that is just 150 degrees? When you are running the bath water, make sure it is comfortably warm. Babies generally prefer cooler water than you do. You should test the water yourself using the inside of your wrist to make sure it is not too hot. Also, while running the water, you should get your bathroom to a comfortable temperature about 75 degrees because babies can chill easily. Another thing to do is gather all of your bath supplies, soap, towel, clean diaper, and clean clothes prior to putting your baby in the tub. Make sure the tub itself is safe. It is very important to keep electric appliances away from the tub at all times. You should use a cushioned water spout cover and a rubber bath mat. The water level should not be more than 2 to 4 inches, and do not put your baby in the tub while the water is running. At bath time, make sure you are prepared that all temperatures are comfortable and that you are always aware of their location. The temperature could change and the water level could get too deep, too fast. Lastly, never, and I mean never, leave your child unsupervised, not even for a second. Were you aware that a baby could drown in less than 1 inch of water? I wouldn't want that to happen to mine or anyone else's child. Now that your baby is nice and clean, let's go for a ride. Car travel is another important time to make sure you do the right things to keep your baby safe. The most important part is to always use a car safety seat. Your infant should not ride in a rear-facing seat until he or she is at least 2 years old. You should never place a rear-facing seat in the front seat of your car with airbags. If you were to have an accident and the airbag is activated, your child could be seriously injured or killed. Another important detail is to never leave your child alone in a car, not even for a minute. Temperatures in a car can reach deadly levels in minutes, and the child could die of heat stroke. Not only that, you just never know what could happen, and you would have no control over the vehicle. On those long car rides, you need the proper rear-facing seat and be attentive to your baby's needs. During car rides, your baby can become restless. Make sure you bring soft, lightweight toys and music. You should also plan to stop and give them a break every 2 hours. Lastly, make sure you carry safe water, snacks, and any other necessary items with you when you travel. Now let's review the details of baby safety. You need to pay close attention to the condition of your crib, what you put in it, and where you put it in the room. According to the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission and the American Academy of Pediatrics, these are important guidelines to follow. You never know what might happen, so remember, you are your baby's first line of defense. They can't take care of themselves. You don't want to be the one saying, "Oh no, help!" Thank you for listening, and let's keep all babies safe.